Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Here's another video of positive parenting. My intention is to actually present 2 videos a week. And what I hope to do is to just share some knowledge with parents to help you make it manageable with your children. So we often give children mixed messages or mixed signals when we try to discipline them and expect things from them. So if you tell a child, do not do X, Y, and Z, but you do X, Y, and Z, then you are confusing this child. So if you're going to tell a child, I want you to pick up your toys after you play and pack it away, then you should be picking up the things in your bedroom or picking up the things in your kitchen and packing it away, so your child will copy what you do. Because as I always say, children learn more from what we do rather than what we say. So they are watching you all the time. Young children, when I'm talking about children, I'm talking about toddlers. I'm talking about children under the age of 6. Older children, yes, as well. But if you set the tone from the time the child is very young, you're not going to have problems later. From the time the child is a preschooler, a toddler, they are able to absorb and learn much more than they ever will later in their lives. That is why also in Islam it is encouraged that if a child or a parent has this desire for the child to memorize the Holy Quran, do it when the child is as young as possible, because he or she is able to memorize it with ease. So this is what we're trying to achieve by making this video, that if you want your child to have good habits, start from a very young age. So as the child gets older, it is much easier for the child to adjust into society and to practice these good habits and to become a child that has good morals, good character, and grow into a teenager with such good manners and good character, and obviously an adult in that same way. So if you are telling your child, go and pray, then invite your child to pray with you. So eventually you won't have to tell your child, go and pray. Your child will just do it because it's a habit that has been instilled in him or her from a young age. There shouldn't have to be a need where you need to tell your child, go and greet your grandparents, greet an elder person. Because if you are doing that when you are with your child, automatically your child is going to do the very same thing. If you show respect to your spouse, if you show respect to your parents, if you show respect to strangers, that is exactly what your child is going to do. Children treat other adults the way their parents talk about them. So if you have an issue with your child's teacher or your child's friend's mother, for example, and you talk about this person with your spouse or to your friends, and your child is listening, this is the impression your child is going to have of that person, because you are your child's hero as the father or as the mother. If you dislike your in-laws, for example, and say negative things about them, your child is going to have this impression of that person. If you say something good about the child's teacher, it may be your opinion that you may not agree with something the person has said, discuss it with your spouse or somebody in private, not in front of your child. If you are going to say that the teacher is rude or the teacher doesn't know what she's doing, then your child is actually going to start disrespecting his teacher or her teacher, because that viewpoint comes from the parents and they absorb whatever their parents say. So if you are going to talk negatively about your spouse, your child is going to feel that way about his or her father. If you are going to talk negatively about anybody, your child is going to think negatively about that person. So be mindful all the time as a parent. Remember, these children have been entrusted to you by the Almighty, and you will be answerable to the Almighty on how you have brought up your child, irrespective if your child is 3, 33, or 63. So if we start from the time a child is very young, teaching them good values, good morals, basic life skills, helping out in the house, because remember, helping out in the house is a life skill. There's no such thing that girls must do certain things, boys must do certain things. We are Muslim, alhamdulillah. It is the sunnah of our Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to help in the house. It is the sunnah of our Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to treat everybody with kindness and respect. Often we may have differences with other people. That's life. It's natural. It does happen. But maybe just like the action and the behavior, not the person. People make mistakes. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect. We are all learning. But if you dislike something in somebody, tell it to that person privately. When you behave in this manner, that is what your child is going to do. So your child will also grow up respecting their friends. Your child will also grow up having these good habits that they see you practicing. So please, let us be mindful of our behavior around children. Let us be what we want our children to be. It's pointless saying something and doing something else. You are giving this child mixed messages. So hopefully this video helps everybody that's listening in today. If you like this video, please press like on my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and please share the video. Thank you so much. Please remember me in your duas. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.